Now, moving to the next module on how do you get your initial few customers for B2B companies and what could be acquisition channels for the same. First one, tap your personal network. Friends, previous colleagues will not only be your first customers, but they can also provide you valuable feedback, which is another very important aspect in your initial phases of growth.
To that point, I would further emphasize that try to have a good understanding of who your potential customer is, and don't be afraid to use LinkedIn Navigator to identify in tier 1 or tier 2 level within your network who is connected with potential decision maker on the other side, and use your network to reach them through that. This is classically what we call as warm introduction.
Network of the network.
Yeah, it can be very helpful. Okay.
Yeah. And then I think next one is about, again, here as well, attending relevant events and conferences. This is even more important for B2B businesses. It's a much more higher converting channel than many other channels.
I agree. Whenever you're thinking about B2B businesses, please do understand that these are long-term relationships compared to B2C, which is a one-shot touch point. And people are going to place a lot of value and trust in your offering as they are looking to solve their problem. And relationship plays a huge role. And there is no shortcut to building a good relationship other than the human connection.
Engaging with online communities and forums, participate in discussions, answer questions, provide insights to communities which are relevant to your audience. It could be Product Hunt, it could be X, it could be Reddit, a community where you find your target audience. An example is how Reddit played a significant role in the early growth of Robinhood, where the company's founders were actively participating in discussions on investing, and it got them an initial set of customers who then over time became loyal.
I agree. It's often not very well understood that you can build a strong B2B business with your online influence. And current days, online communities and forums are a very useful place to get your early customers.
Then offer educational webinars or workshops. Now, though webinars have become very popular now and there is a lot of clutter, but focus on delivering a value rather than selling your product when you're hosting a webinar.
I agree to this as well. We spoke about in the B2C aspect about content. This also applies over here. Whenever you are hosting something similar, it's very important that you keep the bigger picture in mind and not just your product and service, which might literally cloud that entire workshop or webinar and can lead to negative outcomes.
Next is about utilizing social media to talk through written or video content to become the subject matter expert. Social media should not always be about selling your product or service. Instead, how can you own the space? How can you own the space or the product or the category you're solving a problem for? Don't focus on selling your product, but be there to be the subject matter expert.
We at Sleepy's use social media very extensively to further allow our potential users to think of more creative ways to enhance their business. And this has been very, very helpful. And we were able to use this particular channel to help them visualize the benefits that Sleepy's can bring to their current workflow. And it has worked out fantabulously for us.
Offer a free trial or pilot program. Even better, make it exclusive. Don't be afraid if you have to give free trials to the right people who help you with valuable feedback and also spread your product. Classic example, Shopify. It offered a free trial period to incentivize small businesses to try their e-commerce platform. A lot of times, trying makes people understand the value that the product is offering, and sometimes they're not even able to live without the product.
I agree. In B2B ecosystem, free trials play a huge role to increase the adoption of your product into other businesses' current workflow. We also use this particular mechanism to increase our conversion of our pipeline.
Join industry associations and organizations. Identify associations or organizations where you would be able to connect with potential customers or find your network to your network and become a member of those relevant communities.
At Sleepy's, we are in the clinical domain. The problem that we solve is for pharma companies, where we help them do better clinical trials by collecting this very interesting insights. For that, we are also part of a lot of different industry associations that facilitates clinical trials, and this helps us get the word out there of our unique services to different pharma companies who are at the end our potential customers.
Again, even for B2B, leverage existing customers for referrals and testimonials. Make sure you have a testimonial, a case study for every customer you onboard, and also potentially ask for referrals.
For our B2B customers, we do offer them a customer reference call where they can talk to other doctors. Predominantly in our case, these are doctors. They can talk to other doctors and understand how Sleepy's is helping them improve their workflow, and also have a clinical discussion before integrating our product into their existing workflow. And this helps us increase our customer base by leveraging our existing customer base.
That's actually a very interesting point, and I have seen that work with a few other B2B businesses where connecting a customer to another existing customer gives validation, real feedback, and definitely helps with conversion and reduces the sales cycle.
Yeah, you have to keep in mind that you're not bringing in competition.
Of course.
However, this works and helps in driving business.
Yes. Then the next one is partner with other players in the value chain, or other tools or products your target audience may be using. A great example, and I'm sure all of you would have seen this company as a partner at one place or another. A great example of partnerships is HubSpot. HubSpot has deep partnerships with so many players in so many parts of the value chain. Technology partners to sync the data and provide a better user experience. Agency partners to propagate and distribute HubSpot. The right education partners to provide the usage experience and also get more resellers or more people who become users. Or even, the right kind of partnerships such as the events, conferences. So it uses a holistic partnership strategy to be able to reach to people who may be connected further and form sort of a chain.
At Sleepy's, we are partnering with some of the unusual partners such as Amazon, Microsoft, and so on, where we are using their cloud services, and they are helping us spread the word among other potential employers that can consume our products and services to improve their employee experience. And this has been also driving more revenue and has become a secondary channel for us. And hence, keep an open mind and don't hesitate to reach out to other people within your network and partner with them to increase your audience base.
Then I think the final one, which is conduct targeted and customized email or LinkedIn reach. Now, I think two things are very important here: targeted and customized. LinkedIn and cold emailing has become very common, and usually customers don't like to be spammed. Hence, knowing who you are targeting, how you are targeting, and being very focused on what value you are delivering and why you are reaching to them becomes very important when you use this approach.
Totally agree with you. Cold email works, but only if they are customized.
Correct.